How about we get back into some Loggins and Messina, if you don't mind. Welcome back, everyone. I hope they're having a lovely one out there. We're listening to Full Sail. It's the album, the third studio album from Loggins and Messina. We're going to listen to the track Pathway to Glory, released 1973. We're listening to this because it was suggested by you guys. And by you guys, I mean Steph Newton, Habichi Woo Woo, Millette Paul, Bruce Brown, I see your name, Carl Koch, and Habichi Woo Woo again. So thank you guys so much for the suggestion. We had last listened to them with Same Old Wine, and this song had come out with a lot of recommendations, so let's go ahead and do so. Give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Here we go.
He's a man in his glory, a boy in his dreams, and he's living his life in between. Tomorrow will answer for yesterday's dreams, while today he is living in between. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't you listen to the words, they're telling you lies. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't you listen to the words. He rejoices in wedlock with a lover unseen, and he's living his life in between.
I love how all the elements came together there.
He thinks of the sorrow that his conscience will bring, and he's living his life in between. Beware,
That's
oh
nice.
brother, beware, don't you listen to the words. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't you listen to the words.
It's an interesting setup instrumentally, right? It takes its time. That solo is so like in the distance. Patience that the song is approaching musically. The violin. I like how it keeps on switching from a horn of sorts, the harmonica, now to a violin. And very subtly too. pause there, a little pause. Now they bring in the atmosphere. It's a great track. I love the way this instrumental builds in.
He measures his wisdom, from sorrow he deems. He's living his life in between. The pathway to glory is a long road it seems, and he's living his life in between. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't you listen to the words and lie. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't you listen to the words.
That was great. That was a wonderful listen. Pathway to Glory led us on a path. It took us on the scenic route. It gave us a lot of side attractions, and then it brought us back home from whence we came. That was a genuinely really impressive track. I loved how subtle the whole thing moves. It just moves with this beautiful grace. I love when it moves into the instrumental section and how carefully thought out it feels. It feels structured with thoughts, and as the musicians trade solos, and it starts from, I don't know, I'm looking, it could be recorder, clarinet, something, I don't know, either Al Garth or John Clark on that, but just really, really wonderful, like a little bit of an awakening into that instrumental section. Then it moves into the harmonica, which I'm assuming here is going to be played by Kenny Loggins. And then it just keeps on moving from solo to solo. We get a violin at one point. It's just really, really wonderful how it's all moved and played. I'm trying to see who played the violin. Al Garth played violin on this one. Then it pops into the guitar. Then the bass gets some moments. It's just a really exciting and carefully thought out track with some great planning in it. I love the vocals and how there's a story that's being told, but the story is almost second place to the instrumental that's happening in the middle section. And even with the story and the lyrics, how slow to approach they are. The whole thing it's just a very calm, smooth track. And I can't think of another word to really describe it except how well thought out the structure is and how it feels. It just feels so carefully planned, but not to the point that it feels tight. It's still a loose, I would assume, improvisation in the middle, or maybe not. They could have written it all down. With little moments of excitement too. There's a few moments where the fireworks begin to kind of light up in there, but overall it's a really kind of slow, smooth, brewed kind of jam. I enjoyed that. He's a man in his glory, a boy in his dreams. He's living his life in between. Tomorrow will answer yesterday's dreams, while today he is living in between. Beware, oh brother, beware, don't listen to the words, the tender lies, don't listen to the words. He rejoices in wedlock with a lover unseen, and he's living his life in between. He thinks of the sorrow his conscience will bring, and he is living his life in between. He measures his wisdom from sorrow he leaves. He's living his life in between. Pathway to glory is a long road, it seems, and he's living his life in between. Is he going to be married tomorrow? But it says with a lover unseen. I mean, the first thing I think of, I guess, is an arranged marriage, but I feel like that's not exactly what it's talking about. But tomorrow he's going to be in a completely different situation than he is today. Whether that is literally about a marriage or such, or something completely different, remains to be seen. But either way, he's right now, as he says, living a life in between. And this pathway to glory is a long road. But what is that glory? It says, don't you listen to the words, the tender lies. What are the words that he's not supposed to be listening to? That's my other question. I got a lot of questions for this one lyrically. But musically, it hits all the right places. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Comments down below. Press the like button before you head out. If you don't mind, just do a little clicky clicky. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys. And it's catchy. Very catchy.